I'm going to test and play with the full face of KIKO Milano makeup. It's an Italian brand. I would say it's comparable to like a lot of drugstore brands that we have here in the US, like CoverGirl, Physicians Formula, L'Oreal, and I'm excited. We got a full face, so let's just jump right into it. Starting with their matte face base. This retails for $16, and this is their best seller. It's good for normal to combination skin, and it is colorless. It doesn't have any kind of tint to it. Feels not bad, honestly. I can see why it's a bestseller so far just from application, but we'll see how it wears throughout the day and if it's going to freak out my skin. And it definitely takes the shine away from the skin, but it feels really nice. It actually feels really cooling on the skin. For the foundation, I got their full coverage 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. So we don't have any concealer, which I forgot to buy some. So I'm kind of glad this is foundation and concealer. And I did pick up 3 shades, and concealer does retail for $24 each. So this is definitely not drugstore pricing. You kind of get 2 for 1, you know what I mean? So we have the first shade WR01, then we have N25, and then CR20. And they are saying that it's a 24-hour foundation. So let's just apply some right here. It doesn't really have a scent, and it is really thick. I'm gonna stick to this shade, and this one is W01. And they didn't have a great shade range. That was another thing, buying this online. But it looks like it's blending in pretty easily. I feel like I can definitely feel that primer underneath. It's just kind of helping it slip and slide in a way. And I do appreciate that doe foot applicator. And I would say this is a good medium coverage. I feel like you can definitely build it up if you wanted to. To go with the lighter shade to conceal. Like I said, I don't have concealer. Pretty good concealer shade. Brightening enough. The finish is actually really nice. It has a nice, I would say, semi-matte look, even with that mattifying base underneath. Now I'd say this is a good medium coverage. Definitely not medium to full. I would not use this as a concealer. I feel like it's not giving me enough coverage, especially right here. You can kind of still see the dark circles peeking through, but I think it's a good natural coverage. Nope, I feel like I don't need to set. I do have a powder, but I feel like I don't need to set. I do want to try maybe. You know what, let's go on to this powder. Even though I don't need to set my face, I do want to try it in certain areas. This is their Invisible Touch Face Fixing Powder, and it's best in Europe. And this retails for $18. Seems like a nice standard loose powder. It doesn't have any scent whatsoever. This is their Unexpected Paradise Bronzer in Universal Sienna, $22. Comes with a massive mirror on the inside as well. It has a scent, but it's not pleasant. It kind of smells tropical, but then I'm also smelling like dog food. It looks like it's a very forgiving bronzer formula where you can kind of pack it on and it's not gonna go crazy unless you just really dig it in there with your brush. I feel like it's giving me a very soft contour, which I actually really like right now. The mirror is nice. So this blush right here, it's from their Unexpected Paradise line. This is their 3D blush in shade 01 Shadow of the Earth, which I think is actually really pretty. And this retails for $17, so quite pricey, but you do get quite a bit of blush as well. Ooh, that's pretty. It's kind of like my cheeks, but a little bit more warmer with like that terracotta underneath, like that terracotta tone. Let's do the eyebrows. Eyebrow Multitasker 3-in-1 in shade 01. And this retails for $14. With such a big pencil, it doesn't really allow you to be super precise, but the formula seems really nice and comfortable to use. It's quite dry, but still creamy at the same time. It's not super creamy where it's just like melting on your eyelid, on your brows. And the color looks pretty good. I like that it's a little bit more cool toned. And then they're saying this right here, this thing right in the center, it's a powder that you fill in on your brows. I think I did most of that filling in with the pencil already. You definitely can't be precise with this right here. It's too big. But I guess that's kind of cool to fill it in. Regarding this powder right in the center, this 3-in-1 pencil for the eyebrows, I'm not really liking it for my brows just because I feel like I filled it in pretty quick and easy using the pencil, but I feel like I could see someone enjoying this powder in the center. Let's see if maybe you have like a very stubborn spot on your eyebrow, like some kind of scarring where a pencil doesn't really fill it in, and you use some kind of powder on top of that. You might really enjoy this. So let's set these eyebrows using their Eyebrow Designer Gel Mascara that retails for $11.99. I like how they said eyebrow designer. Okay, it doesn't look like it's working right away, because sometimes you can tell right away with the gel how strong it is. Like I have to go over multiple times, which is fine, but sometimes with a formula like this, like a clear formula, the brows can start looking crusty. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm gonna first quickly use foundation / concealer to prime the lids, and then moving on to their little eyeshadow quad. This is Baked Eyeshadow Palette, and we got number 3 Cool Neutrals, and it's also best in Europe, and this retails for $18. They feel very powdery. That's really pretty. I'm trying to see which shade I want to go all over my lid, either this purple or this shade right here, this mauve one. Ooh. Ooh, they're both very pretty. You know what, let's go with both. Let's mix them both. I'm first gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna take it on like a flat shader brush, and I might need to use the sweat. We'll see how it's going to transfer. Not as much payoff at all, like barely anything. I did like nothing. So we're gonna try to pick it up. I might need to even use my finger for it, but we're gonna try to wet this. I'm going to use their setting mist that we got, setting spray. This is their Prime and Fix Refreshing Mist, and it's retails for $14. Okay, that's a little bit better. Ooh, that setting mist smells good. Kind of smells like hairspray. That's pretty, but I feel like it's not doing that great of a job. It's not really adding that much color onto the lid. All right, now I'm gonna go with that purple shade on the other part of the eye. I'm not seeing much purple. Okay, let's move on to eyeliner. I have 2 shades right here. This is their liquid eyeliner. There's new super color waterproof eyeliner. I got pearly charcoal and then burgundy, and each shade retails for $9. I feel like the burgundy might look really fun with this. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Very pigmented. Quite easy to apply. Looks like it's creating a little bit of patching, but we can go over that quickly. Let's move on to mascara. This is their Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara. It's also one of their best sellers. This retails for $14. It has this hourglass shape. The formula looks really thick, so I'm hoping it's not gonna give me like spidery lashes. Okay, I feel like this one is a little too big for my eyes. At least it's doing something, because it's so big. Right here, like closer to the inner corner. I think I'm having a really hard time getting in there. Okay, at least it's depositing color, and it looks like it's pretty black, and it's not giving me super spidery lashes, which is nice. Okay, I don't hate the mascara. That's a huge thing. It's a little messy, but it's usually if you have this type of a wand, it's gonna get messy. I actually quite like this formula, but the wand is kind of a pain. And I don't want to apply mascara to the lower lash line, just because I kind of want to keep it cleaner down here. Almost done with this look. For lip liner, I got their Everlasting Color in shade 404, and this retails for $9, and there are a lot more choices online for color options. So on the other side, you do have a sharpener, and then this, they're saying it's some kind of applicator. It's a smart touch, which makes the pencil easy to grip, which right here, I'm not really sure what they even use that for. But I'm gonna outline my lips. Ooh, wow, that's really creamy. And they are saying this is a waterproof formula. That's a pretty color. And then I'm using that little applicator on the end and blending it in. For lipstick, I got their Smart Fusion lipstick. I got 433 and 434, and this is one of their bestseller lipsticks. Ooh, retails for $6. I think I'm gonna go 434. Wow. That's dark. I feel like you do kind of have to hold the lipstick down like right here so it doesn't twist, because it twisted on me. I'm gonna quickly go back to the lip liner and use this applicator to blend everything in. I'm done with the look, and I'm not gonna use a setting mist. Do you guys wanna see why? It has pigment. It literally has like this orange rose gold pigment. Let me get something white. I got some toilet paper, and I'm gonna spray it for you guys just so you can see. See that? It's actually it's not red. It looks very golden. So I don't really just want to spray this to my face, just because I don't really want extra gold pigment on my face. Now that I'm done with the full face of KIKO Milano makeup, I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really pretty. It's very wintry makeup. It's very moody type of a makeup. I like the darker lip and that little just swoosh of an eyeliner and a little bit of the eyeshadow, just because that's what the eyeshadow was giving me. It wasn't giving me too much payoff. Not really happy with the eyeshadow palette, to be honest with you. It costs $18, which is, it's not bad for 4 eyeshadows because you do get quite a bit of the eyeshadow, but I feel like for the price, it should perform much better, and it says it's best in Europe. I'm not happy with this specific quadrant. But the thing is, they are very blendable. They're very easy to blend, and at least you get something on your eyes. I think the eyeliner is actually really pretty. It does dry down really matte, but it does have a little bit of that burgundy sheen, which I actually really, really like. And so far, it looks like it's not budging anywhere. And surprisingly, you guys, I really like this mascara so far. It just gave me just enough volume. It lengthened my lashes, but the brush, I am not a fan of this brush. I wish this brush was a little bit smaller, on the smaller size, because look at that. It's a huge brush, and especially these bristles right here on the outer portions of the brush, they kind of get everywhere, get your eyes really messy. So it's a very messy mascara to work with, but I found that it's quite easy to clean up. It doesn't really smudge on the eyelid or pretty much on the rest of your face. So I'm quite happy with that. We'll see the wear time, if it's gonna start flaking, if it's gonna start smudging. We'll see how that works. I quite like this. And where is this thing? This right here. I like these two together so far. Usually I'm not really a fan of primers, especially matte primers, because they don't sit nice in the skin, but I feel like it didn't mattify my face that much. You can kind of still see a very natural finish on my face. It is pretty matte right here, but I did powder a little bit using their Invisible Touch face powder. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day if I get extra oily. I like the pencil, but because it's so big and it is that kind of waxy formula, it does kind of just form into a ball instead of keeping that nice teardrop shape to keep it nice and sharp at the edge to give you some type of precision. I like that it has a spoolie, and I do like that they gave you this option powder to fill in. Let's see if you do have a lot of sparse areas where a pencil is not really filling in as much color, so you can use the powder. The gel, as of right now, it's not my favorite. It's not holding up the brow hairs as well as I thought it would, and I don't really want to go over it because, I don't know, I just feel like it might give me crusty eyebrows. And then moving on to the bronzer and the blush, they're both very pretty. The packaging is very pretty. They are scented, but I'm not a fan of the scent. The bronzer, I think it was very easy to work with. I like that the color is really stunning. It has a really nice undertone. It has more of like a neutral undertone. It's not too cool, it's not too red, and it's not too orange. So I feel like it will work with a lot of people around the world. And then the blush is really stunning as well. But I'm gonna keep you guys updated, see how I feel about these products on my face, and I'll see you soon at the end of the day. And I think honestly, the face and makeup looks still really good. I always say I'm looking a little bit shiny right here, but like I keep saying over and over again, mattifying products like the base and the foundation, they tend to get me a little bit more oilier. But honestly, for the full face of wear, I'm actually liking that extra shine on my face. I think it's looking really healthy and glowy, but it doesn't look super wet and extremely oily. It looks a little bit oily, but nothing that I can't fix with a powder. Looking at like the cheek cheeks, looking at the eyes, the eyeliner. I think the only thing that didn't wear well was the mascara. You can see it's a little bit smudging right here, and I didn't apply mascara to the lower lash line. So if I had my eyes closed, it's kind of transferring from the top lashes to the bottom. It's creating a little bit of that shadow, a little bit of that raccoon eyes. But the eyeshadow, even though there's not as much pigment, I didn't get the best payoff. It honestly still looks really beautiful. It's very minimal, it's very soft, and I think it's very feminine. And it's not creasing, so that foundation, it didn't crease the eyeshadow. It didn't really crease that bad on the eyes, which I'm really happy with. The eyeliner is still nice and sharp. I like how it looks. It didn't crack, it didn't break, so I like that it's still looking really good. Another thing I'm liking are the cheeks. The cheeks still look really beautiful, a lot of pigment still. I'm still seeing that blush, I'm still seeing a little bit of that bronzer. I feel like I could reapply the bronzer right here, but since it's bedtime, I'm not going to, but I'm saying it still looks really good. And honestly, the base makeup still looks pretty decent. Right here around, it's looking pretty bad. It's looking really dry and it's starting to crack and break apart. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with the longevity. Even the eyebrows, I'm looking at the gel and it doesn't feel crusty, but the eyebrow hairs are still kind of up. They're wispy. I think the color is really nice. So I'm pretty happy with how everything wore. This foundation, I'm honestly really impressed with it. If you're looking for something somewhat of a lighter medium coverage, but that has that like semi-matte finish, I think you might really enjoy this. And I really like that it has a doe foot applicator, so you can just kind of swipe it on your face, blend it and go. But for now, you guys, thank you for watching. Please let me know, and all of us know, if you have tried KIKO Cosmetics or KIKO Milano Cosmetics before. What is one of your favorite products from them? What do you enjoy? What do you keep purchasing from them? But for now, you guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next one very soon. Bye.